Today we are working with my natural medicine doctor and I'm getting some testing done. She actually called me last night and she's like, hey, where are you in your cycle? Because some of these tests I would love to get done before we actually sit down and meet so we can have them. But you have to get them done between cycle day like 1 and 5 or something. And it worked out. And so we're testing glucose, insulin. She told me on the phone because I did this like whole questionnaire and she's like, you know, part of the answers that you gave makes me wonder if you have insulin resistance and that can cause infertility. I was like, oh great, another thing to add to the list. We're doing glucose, insulin, testosterone, my antibodies for my thyroid, something else like that starts with an A, and I have to drink that glucose drink. I'm gonna go in, we're gonna start this. It's like a 2-hour test because they do one draw before, then I drink the glucose drink, and then every 30 minutes for 2 hours they draw blood. Here we go. We are 2 down, 3 to go. We've done the same vein each time. I don't know if it's gonna last 3 more times because I have like really tiny veins, so they're always such a struggle. But she was like, you can either sit in the waiting room or go to your car. I know like waiting rooms aren't that fun to be in. I was like, yeah. And there are a lot of pregnant mamas in that waiting room. Like, obviously so happy for them. That's so exciting. But sitting around that for 2 hours, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go get in my car. And she's like, well, what kind of car do you have? Because you may fall asleep because of the glucose drink. I was like, fall asleep? She's like, yeah, sugar crash. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'll set alarms. We'll be good. But I do like feel out of breath. We're 4 for 5. We just did number 4. We will have the final one coming up. These last 2 have been more of a struggle because, again, my veins are just so small and they're pricking me right around the same place because I just don't have any other good veins in either of my arms. I'm gonna bruise so bad, but we got one more, baby. 30 more minutes and one more, and then we wrap it up. We did it. We did it. It's done. It actually wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I am starving because it's now like 11 o'clock. I had to go and fasted and all that. At the end there, the lady that was doing my blood, she was kind of like asking, why are you getting all this done? Are you having like, you know, thyroid, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, we've been going through infertility for 4 years. And I'm starting to work with a natural medicine doctor to kind of get to the root of maybe some insulin stuff going on and thyroid and my gut and all that. And she was like, well, you know, insulin and endometriosis go hand in hand. And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. She was super sweet, though. You know, she's like, I know you may feel super unsupported going through all this because not very many women talk about it. She's like, you know, I had 2 miscarriages myself, and now I have beautiful babies here. It's so worth it. Keep going. Keep the hope. I felt like God talking to me or something because I've just felt so like, whatever, you know, I'm just exhausted, throwing my hands in the air. I surrender. She was just like, keep going, keep the hope. You know, I hope next time we see you in here, we see your lab orders are for HCG. I was like, oh, yeah, me too. But she was so sweet. That was a really good way to end the day because, man, that was so sweet. Now I'm going to go eat, and we'll wait to get my levels back here next week. So we'll see.